Good evening, VPG! Welcome. Halfway through the VPG week anyway, not necessarily through the working week. Welcome back. Match day number 23, Tuesday night. 4 bangers for you, hopefully. Match number 1. It is an absolute barnstormer for you. Exito back with vengeance. Back to right some wrongs from last night. Taking on 1 loss in 25. Let that sink in. 1 loss in 25 Gala. Welcome in Chazza, Leon. Big shout out to Joelle and Olive as well. Absolute legends. There's your first game. I don't even need to introduce it because it's so good. That's game number 1. That'll be on in... Well, they're a bit late. That'll be on in 30 seconds or so. Mercia, top of the league Mercia. To be honest, they're a couple of games from winning the league. They truly are. I'm just going to say it. The rest of the boys are taking points off each other. And Mercia are just smooth sailing. Can they smooth sail tonight against Avora? Find out in half an hour or so. Viner, welcome in, mate. Welcome in. Yeah, you know where I'm going to be. Sheffield, baby. Real Casarea taking on Digital is your game number 3. 2 sides slightly towards the bottom of the table. That normally leads for a good, entertaining game because they are fighting for their lives down there. And you wouldn't think, definitely not Digital anyway, you would not think they would be down there. I mean, look at that side. No disrespect to Real Casarea as well. I mean, it's a league full of killers, but... someone's got to go down. 17th place, Real Casarea taking on 20th place. Digital is your 8:45. And then the main event of the evening, even though I'm slightly disheartened by the fact that GSK did not do their team sheet. It is the return of Shells and Co. Look at that star-studded lineup for the away side. GSK, bold move, not fielding any players. Let's see how they get on. But as and when you see those boys... again, it's another star-studded side. 8 wins in a row before last night for GSK. Allstar in their last 12. Won 4, drew 4, lost 4. That is why they are officially mid-table. Right then, on to what some would say is the main event of the evening. The return of Exito. I genuinely think they are now our most streamed team. Not even just this season. Forever. They seem to be on every other day, and that's the way we like it. Tommy and Smudger up front tonight. Bread Sheeran moves back into centre midfield, and of course Mr. Feisty himself, Viner, is at the back with Fletch, who is the manager of Black Sheep. Make it make sense. MXCR and Dizzy, of course, make up that back 4. Gala, I mean, they're just very good side, aren't they? Kalugol up front with Hazza, who has 37 goals this season. The return of the Don Unsal in centre midfield with Coldwell. 14 assists so far this season as well. Latest at the back alongside their top rated player Brillo and their second highest rated player in Teagues. Although he pretty much plays wherever he wants these days. Shazza and Lucas make up that midfield as well. 2 star-studded sides, but 2 different stories this season considering they're both playing in the same leagues, ×2 that is. Exito are second, we know that from last night. They did can you slip up against Unity? Maybe. They didn't get maximum points there though, despite being in the lead twice. Ex-players coming back to haunt them again. It's the story of Exito's season, really. And Gala just had a shocking start to the season. Like I said, 1 loss in 25. And they're 7th in both leagues. So it shows you how bad that start was. But my God, they're going to need to just take that inspiration into next season. You know, there's a lot still to play this week. We don't finish the season until Monday. I'm sure they could work their way up both of those leagues. But... if we're talking about lifting silverware, which is what this Gala side want to do, they need to take this run of games, this run of form, keep their players for next season and go again, which is so much easier said than done. It is Heritage, aka Gala, aka Heritage, in the yellow from right to left. And it is Exito in the famous purple from left to right. 2-2 with Unity last night, Exito. Mercia up next. They are the team that all of these UK Premier sides are chasing. And they are the side who were dumped out of the cup last night at the semi-final stage. But now they've got the UK Prem to concentrate and Elite A as well. All Exito can do is carry on trying to pick up maximum points, hoping that they'll slip up. They've got Avora next, who are a banana skin and a half. Long ball. Can they get some scraps? Tommy up front tonight. He was supposed to play up front last night as well. Sam drops the shoulder, gives it to Tommy. Bang on cue. There he is. Composure personified from the centre midfielder turned striker. And he does his best Lewis FIFA impression and bags a goal for Exito. Just like last night, boys and girls. Sam is the provider. Puts it on a plate for the man up top. And it is going the way of the league table so far. 1-0 to second place, Exito. Tommy is your goal scorer. All my leagues are finished now. What league are you in, Leon? Are you down? Are you in conference? Here is the gaffer, dispossessed by Ladus, who is playing centre-back tonight. A very, very good CDM. Lucas, the gaffer, into the box he goes. Gives it to Kalu goal, but the ginger afro, you can't miss him. Bread Sheeran back in centre midfield tonight. Everyone's just moved up. Bread Sheeran's moved up from centre-back. Tommy's moved up from centre-mid. Working well so far. Shazza with the throw for Heritage. Flicked on to Kalu goal. Good turn on the edge of the box. Looking for striker's feet. Don Unsal pressing. One man wrecking machine. But MXCL plays through that first press. But not the second. Gilly with the tackle. Illegally, says the referee. And the long ball is found. Sam sneaking in the back post. That man loves an assist too much. Pull the trigger, son. I'm sure that's what his gaffer will be saying. But I think worryingly for Heritage, that direct ball, that direct diagonal over the top, straight in, is quite worrying. Tommy into the back post. There is Viner. Ladus does very, very well. That's good to hear, Leon. Are you playing again next season? Oh, Samu. Get a round of applause for Samu. Teagues with the clearance. Sam, have you just got EU games tonight then, bro? 20 minutes in. Exito 1, Heritage 0. Good game so far. Tommy round the corner to Sam, looking for the return pass. Shazza is there, clears into touch. Mainly Exito so far in its opening 22 minutes. They've looked good value for the lead and look to double it here. Tommy just plays it off the post, and to be fair, it actually turned into a good ball across the box. I wouldn't put it past that man for doing something like that, but the post rattled. Heritage hanging on in there. Dizzy clears into the stands. Lucas back to Caldwell, back to the gaffer, finds Kalugo on the edge of the box, forced to go back. Bread Sheeran's there, intercepts nicely, but there is Brillo, highest rated player in a star-studded Heritage side, as the centre-back. Caldwell stabs it into the box, held up by Kalugo, who's having a lot of touches, just not making anything stick so far. 14 goals for him this season, but it's Hazard they want to get it to most. And I say that because he's got 37 goals this season. Welcome in, Big Show. What a game he had last night. He will be back on our screens next Monday in that final. Tommy's brilliant. I don't know what you're on about. Centre mid, centre forward, doesn't matter. Gilly wins it back. Space to run into on that far side for Heritage, looking to get themselves back into this game. They do heed my advice and get it to Hazard, but he is dispossessed. Ball goes long. Lucas picks it up. halfway line for the away side. Looking, I was about to say, looking to get themselves back in the flow of things and doing well. Forced to go back, though. Middleton, always a pleasure, sir. Shazza into Coldwell. Dizzy just about keeps it on. $10 to go till half-time. 1-0 Exito. Tommy the difference. Despite getting a bit of stick in the chat. MXCR into Westy. How good was Westy last night, by the way? Worth a rewatch, that game with Unity last night. That man got an assist. Sam already got an assist tonight as well. 16 goals this season from wide midfield. What an output. He is a former VPG UK Premier winger of the season. Klugol is in behind. Bears down on goal. What a save from Dizzy. Strong, strong wrist. Lucas, danger not over just yet, although MXCR sees to it. Klugol bearing down on goal. Dizzy held his nerve. What a save that was. Heritage not finished just yet. Sam proving he is just as good in both boxes. He's alright. He's alright. Sam concedes the corner. Here we go then. Yeah, Leon, keep at it, mate. Keep at it. Corner. Heritage. Swing it in. Teagues, who is a centre-back these days. Always think back to his Ballon d'Or-esque season at centre-forward, that man. How the times have changed. Ball over the top. Latest deals with it. Probably not enough time to get something cooking, although Brillo goes long. Finds... No, he does not, because Viner's there. What an interception that is. And there's your half-time whistle. It is Exito 1, Gala 0, going the way of the league table so far. And so far, so good for Exito. Dropped points last night in that one and only game in the VPG UK Premier. They'll be looking to do the full sweep tonight despite their opposition. Gala, 1 loss in 25. I don't think they'll mind me saying, certainly not playing like a side with 1 loss in 25 so far. And the good thing here is things can only get better for Gala, and they'll need to if they want to get anything out of this game. 7th place in both the UK Prem and the EU Prem, and they'll be looking to finish higher in both of those. 7th place is not good enough for a side of their caliber. Exito, it's just more of the same. It's more of the same. Their emergency striker, can we call him that? Is Tommy emergency striker? Here's where you tell me he played up front for like 10 seasons in a row. Either way, Tommy, with the only goal of the game so far, is the difference at half-time. Heritage in the yellow left to right, kicking us off. Second half action. 3 more games for you after this one. UK Prem for 1, EU Prem for 2. No cup games tonight. We have to wait till Monday now for the final. That's it, done and dusted. 2 underdogs going through last night. If you didn't see, what happens when 2 underdogs go through and then they have to play each other? Find out on Monday. There you go. Westy into Tommy's feet. Keeps the ball nicely. Brad Sheeran joining the attack. Into Smudger. Trickish Wolf. In the near post it goes. Beaten at the near post is LMG. And Exito double the lead. Their 2 wingers proving very, very costly here. Trickish Wolf. Inside it goes. Right foot. Kept it low. Nothing the feet of the goalkeeper could do about it. Exito, good value for this 2-goal lead. It is Exito 2, Heritage 0. And I think, despite Exito being second in the league, I still think you would have got good odds on them picking up maximum points here, should they see this one through. Here is the gaffer, Smudge, who started off that attack with the help of Tommy. Travella into the back post. Shazza does very, very well. Don Unseld, he's just not been able to get into this game at all, has he? Exactly, exactly. Tommy's running the game, pulling the strings. Westy caught by Caldwell. Brad Sheeran back to help out, and that reverse 90-yard pass. Never get sick of seeing that, eh? Teagues tidies up. 30 virtual minutes for Heritage to get something out of this game. Don't forget, Exito blew 2 leads last night. They do have a history. I'm just reminding you. No shade. Chris C in the way. Don Unsao picks up the scraps, holds off that challenge as well. Gets it back from his centre half. Turns on it, gets them moving. He's had to drop in deep to get on the ball, has Don Unsao. It's not a bad idea because they're really struggling at the moment. Don into Hazard. Can't find those wide men. There were 2 men out there as well. Westy forced to clear it into touch. Good press from Heritage. Yeah, Sam's insane. Sam is insane. Was it last season or the season before? He was the winger of the season in this league. Crazy output this season. Tommy dropping deep from striker. Brillo in the way. Can't keep it on though. 25 minutes to go. Don't forget, we've got league leaders after this. They might very well be watching this game, or at least checking the result. Exito are the team directly behind them. Caldwell into Hazard. Finds the Don, and Sam back there defending. Excellent work from him. Caldwell, good turn. Gives it to Kalugo, and that chance, that save from Dizzy seems like such a long time ago now. For Heritage. Oh, how things could be different. Yeah, I agree, Akez. I think it was last season. Smudger in absolutely no rush here. The gaffer for Exito will be very, very happy with his side's performance so far. Wolf, one of 2 goal scorers, gives it back to the gaffer. The Don is there, swept up nicely by new signing Fletch, who have barely had a chance to talk about. Something going on over at Black Sheep. I'm not privy to the information, but he is the manager of Black Sheep, playing for Exito. Smudger back to MXCR. Big switch to the big boss man Viner. Fletch goes long, cut out by Ladis. Gilly, good turn. Brillo to the Don. We're approaching the 75th minute, which is, I think, the official timestamp in which the centre-backs can join the attack. Headed down by Lucas. What a block from Westy. I mean, he's not hit the heights of last night because he's not needed to, but that block was as good as a goal. What a season he's had, by the way. Gilly into the Don. Certainly getting this Heritage side ticking in the second half. Shazza flip-flaps his way through. Hazard's going to pick it up. Here we go. There is the lifeline. Heritage 1, Exito 2. Deficit halved. Game officially on. Hazard just picked up the loose ball, steamrolled his way through, and he's hammered that into the back of the net. Absolutely no chance for Dizzy. Although saying that, he had no chance in that Kaluga one as well. He saved that. But back of the net was rippled. Who's that who's picked up a booking? Is that Tommy? Right then. Final 10 for Heritage. Can they get something out of this game? You'd probably say anything but a win here for Exito, and it's probably Mercier's league title. Shazza picks up the loose ball. Edges it is. Gilly looking for striker's feet. Good interception. I think that was Wolf. Tommy, superb play. Backs himself into the centre-back and off Exito go. Very smart play. Smudger into the box. Goes past his man. Puts it on the deck. And there is Teagues, the man who got shrugged off the ball. Back with a vengeance. Excellent work from him. Good recovery. 7 minutes to go. Exito holding onto the ball nicely. Sam overlapping is Tommy, fresh off that booking. Good feet from him. Just a miscommunication, and ball back with Heritage. Good composure from Teagues. Off they go. No, Breadshear, an excellent inception. Westy more than happy to buy his side some time. Firing those diagonals now are Exito. This is game management, boys and girls. Dizzy to Fletch. Forward it goes, but sweeping is Teagues. Good work from Tommy. Just getting rid of those precious seconds. Here is the Don. If he can get something cooking, here we go, like he does there. Shazza in behind to the byline. Oh, he's run out pitch. The Don finds the key that unlocks that defense, but Shazza just can't keep it in, and now you'd probably say that's going to be it. Fletch goes long. Can Heritage turn this ball over quickly? Yes, they can. Can they get it forward quickly? No, they cannot. And that means Exito will collect all 3 points. Now all eyes on the league leaders, Mercia. Not only in this game coming up, but what did they do in game number 1? If anyone's got eyes on it, let me know. I'll report back to you. But it is Exito's moment. 2-1, 3 points. And to be quite frank, they're just stopping the freight train that is Gala. 1 loss in 25. Make that 2 in 26. A very, very good game. A very even game, especially in that second half. But it is Exito doing what they couldn't do last night, picking up all 3 points. And that makes it 2 wins in 5. I've got on my notes, they actually got beat by Class 4-0 last night, which makes 0 sense. I do believe that was in EU though, so I don't think they'll mind too much as they go searching for this UK Prem title. Sorry to piss on your bonfire there, Exito. I mean, Exito, a brilliant win against a fantastic side. Take absolutely nothing away from them there. Dizzy's on the pre-drinks. Well done, mate. I mean, to be fair, you need to be drunk to even consider making that save. But congratulations, Dizzy. Congratulations to the Heritage boys. Right then, we ain't stopping. It is time for game number 2. Off we go. And it is league leaders. If anyone's got any knowledge on that Mercia game, that game number 1, let me know. But for now, I mean, we can have a little look at the league table as well. We'll wait for these guys to get in. Mercia, as you can see, 8 points clear with a game in hand. And like I said, Exito winning there does put them 5 points within touching distance. But it does mean Mercia, game in hand, and also a game played tonight as well, which we don't know the score of just yet. I mean, I can pose the question. Let's find out, shall we? But, I mean, Mercia tripped up last night despite looking very, very good. The talks were, and again, take absolutely nothing away from Noventra. They had a brilliant game plan, and we said previously they are such a good defensive side. They were accused of parking the bus. Quote unquote, not my words, of course. I think Mercia will be safe in the knowledge here that Avora, I don't think they know how to park the bus. I don't think they own a bus. They want straight up carnage. And straight up carnage is exactly what I think we'll get from these boys tonight. It is Weird B and Keenan Page up top. 29 and 26 goals respectively. Keenan Page, I think it's 29 in like 38 games for him. Unreal return. It does mean Tej drops down to left midfield, which, to be quite frank, he's a goal threat wherever he plays. And Vane Goat, the return on this man as well. 36 assists. And if that's not good enough, 19 goals. A goal-scoring cam. You don't see that very often. You do not see that very often. And for, I guess, other big news as well, is Gaffer for Avora, Lord Harrison, steps up into CDM. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right in my bones. He'll probably still score from a corner, but we will see. He won't be 6'2" tonight because I got 3 at the back. Hibbard slots in at central centre back, and Cam Foster rejoins that back 3. Mads, as per usual, in goal for Avora. I genuinely don't even think you parked the bus. In my honest, I just thought you defended well. You did the same against, was it Velocity you played? Was it Velocity? In the round of 16 when you won 2-1, you just defend very well. You got very, very good defensive players. Your 2 CDMs are insane. And of course, Big Show, who had an absolute belter of a game last night. Mercia then. We've got some... They've got some... I don't want to say wrongs to right. Mercia drew 1-1 in game number 1. So it's a good night for Exito and specifically Dizzy so far. So they've got some work to do here. Avora more than happy to play party poopers here, but the team for Mercia in Vezi, this goal return is insane. 54 in 69. Bearing in mind he's playing in the UK Premier and Elite, which is the second tier of VPG. I mean, we knew he was a good striker, but that's ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Even Thomas, who we know loves important goals, he's just got a hatful of goals this season from wide midfield, 28 goals from wide midfield. And of course, Miller and Quavine in centre midfield. Alpy Boy steps up into CDM. Got a bit of that Lord Harrison about him, clearly. And Ibs makes up that front two. Welcome in, Pigstar. How are you? That's how I'm doing. How are you doing? More importantly. And how are you getting on? Tonight, the last... I don't know when we last saw one of your games. 3 or 4 weeks ago, maybe? Yeah, let me know what you're up to. Let me know how you're getting on. But there is your tail of the tape. See how these boys are getting on because they are officially late. Just making sure I'm not missing anything obvious here. Is Mercia stream I'm on? Oh, I mean, what better way to spend your night if you're not playing VPG than to drop in here? I mean, I'm not sure if you saw the first game. It was a banger. And I genuinely think, I mean, this I know fine well will have goals simply because Avora can't help themselves. And Mercia now have... They need a win here. They don't need the points per se. I think it's more just to steer that ship, just to steady that ship. Dropped points, they're on 91 now. Exito on 85. Yes, they've still got that game in hand. Yes, they are 6 points clear. But in a league where teams are more than happy to take points off other top teams, and again, we're looking at R4P down in 16th. And again, I'm not calling anyone out, but I'm looking at top 16 teams are all capable of beating that top 3 or 4. Let's say top 4, because that's a 12-point gap there. It's a crazy league. This is what you get. This is what you get when we get to the top boys and girls. Just outright carnage. What was the score? Do I spoil the score, Pixar, or do I make you go back and watch it? Let me know. Let me know what you prefer. Exito Gala. I'm more than happy to disclose. That's fine. Do myself out of a view. Right then, let's see what these two are getting up to. Avora lobbying up now. We are with Mercia, as you can see. That midfield 3. I mean, last night, especially that first half, they were insane. They were so good. Kyoka Faz, Miller, and Quavine. I mean, they can all play. I said it on stream. They can all play CDM. They can all play centre midfield, and they can all play cam. And I don't think I've seen a midfield 3, even in the E-Prem. I don't think I've seen a midfield 3 who can just all switch positions like that as well as that, which again, the fact that Mercier and Elite speaks volumes about how good this side are. And they are, I would say they've got one hand on the trophy. Let me move my big head out the way. What are we on? 42 games. They've only got 6 games left to play. 18 points to play for. And they're 6 points clear with a game in hand. It's theirs to lose. It's theirs to lose. No pressure, obviously. And I think an Avora side playing with no pressure, because they're not going to get suckered into a relegation battle, are they? No, they're not. And they're not gonna do anything ahead. I mean, they could potentially. I mean, again, as much as I don't want to scare Mercia with potentially losing the trophy, I don't want to potentially scare Avora with getting relegated. But a UK Premier without Avora, I'm not there for it next season. If that happens, I'm not there. Let's go Mercia is the cry from the chat. Absolutely. It is theirs to lose. It is theirs to lose. 1 loss in 10. We won't mention that loss. We all know what it was. By the way, Quivine, who is the gaffer, we mentioned his very, very good midfield. Him, Miller, and Kayokafaz. Him himself, 47 assists for the season. I mean, he did play up front last night, so I imagine he's been chopping and changing because no one's getting 47 assists from centre mid, right? Am I right? Maybe? And don't forget, Mercia, I mean, we spoke about them potentially doing the UK double, which would be the UK Prem and that UK Pro Series. They're not going to be able to do that now, but they can still lift that Elite A trophy. 2nd place in Elite A. 5 points behind first with 2 games in hand. So this squeaky bum time for this Mercia side. And as I said, they drew that first game. And I'm not casting aspersions, boys and girls, but it is Mercia in the white with black shorts. Avora, who normally play in white, helpfully, in the black kit. From right to left on the attack here. Keenan Page to Weird B. What a save from Liam G. I thought he was too far over to that left-hand side, but what do I know? Leave it to Liam G. Massive save. 2 minutes in as well. Bunting's in the chat as well. That might very well be Bunting in the net. Here is Kayokafaz into Ibes. On the overlap is Miller. Edges, Kayokafaz into 54 goal a season in Vezi. Good block. And it falls lovingly into the hands of Mads. Leighton loses out to Invezi, who looks sharp. Miller into Ibes. Back of the net it goes. An instant goal fest. Surely both sides at it like we thought they would be. We picked this one for a reason, boys and girls. Both sides early chances, but it is the league leaders who make theirs count. 1-0. Ibes is the man on the score sheet. Kayoka. Miller. It is there. Into the GOAT. Vain GOAT slides it through to Keenan Page. On the overlap is Tej. Cuts inside. Goes near post. Liam can't hold it, but didn't get... He wasn't tempted to go into that far side, which I think a lot of goalkeepers would have been, maybe. So a good save in the end. At the expense of a corner, though. Near post it is. Hayden. Former class man. Thomas. 28 goals for him this season. Kayoka. That midfield 3 are cooking at the moment. As is this front 2. But there is the gaffer, Lord Harrison. And now willing runners ahead. One of them is this man. Weird B. Into the box he goes. Turn of pace. Step over. Cuts it back to the GOAT. Onto the right foot it goes. Fires it goalwards. Blocked, side netting, third corner in 13 minutes for Avora. Boys and girls, we've got a barnstormer. 2 unmarked men at the back post in black shirts. Let's see if they can get something cooking here. So far, not so good in terms of corners for Avora. Ball comes in towards that back post. JS, our cameraman for tonight, is there. Kayoka, the space, the freedom of... whatever this stadium is called. Invezi chips it up for himself. Mads. Good save. Strong wrist needed there because that had venom on it. Ball comes in. Good win from Hibbard. One of the best in the business. James. Ball goes in. Cam back in the side tonight. Good to see him back. Miller into Invezi. He's everywhere at the moment. Miller returned to Invezi. goes far side. Mad saves and holds on to it as well. Instantly pings it out to Keenan Page. First time onto Tej, who is more than happy to give it to the leading goal scorer. But Tej loses out to Miller. Again, that midfield three just toying with Avora at the moment. Ives, the goal scorer, looks for his strike partner. Can't find him. Cam Foster goes long. Look at all the white shirts forward. Black shirts forward, sorry. Good, intense start to this game. D1 is there. Not sure the switch was there. He's going to get away with it, though. Leighton helps him out. Quino, his first touch of the game. 100%. 22 minutes in. Former PCW legacy winger. We didn't teach him that, though. Loses out. And off Mercia go. League leaders Mercia stamping their authority over this game. Miller, ball roll, slides it in, keeps it low. And there is the doubler. It is 2-1. It is Hale. It is magic from the league leaders. No slip up so far. And if they carry on this form, they'll be out of sight. Oh dear. Oh dear. Liam G not covering himself in glory there. He's had a great game so far. Defense back. Specifically JS, I think that was, to help him out. EA, don't get me wrong, EA is not doing any favors there. But we see it week in, week out. Tej wins it high up to the GOAT. Edges to D1. Back post is on. Heads it across. And Kido, pull the trigger, son. 3 yards out. Tried to square it across. To no avail. Good defending in the end. Last ditch stuff from that Mercia back line. And the good thing about Avora, again, this is what I love about these boys. 2-0 down to league leaders. They're not shutting up shop. They're not just sitting back and letting the league leaders play. They're going for it. They're going for it. From a neutral point of view, absolute cinema. I imagine from a manager's point of view, an owner's point of view, a sponsor's point of view, maybe not good for the old ticker. Hayden. Now, that's been cut out. Quino into Weird B. Edges his vein go. Good touch, but Kyoka he's everywhere. Thomas, inside it goes to the goal scorer, Ives. Kyoka slides it through to Invezi. Gets the wrong side. Hibbard recovers well. Excellent work from him. Fires it off of Ives. And a chance to relax. And I don't think Avora are going to take that chance to relax, quite frankly. It's not what they're about. Off they go. Out from the back. This side can go direct. They can play carpet football, or they can give the ball away in their defensive third. Tej back there to win it back. Left midfield for him tonight. Former wide midfielder, turn striker, turn wide midfielder again. Weird B, one-on-one at the back here. Gets wrong side. No, he doesn't. JS, superb work. And Liam G, speaking of tickers and heart attacks, I tell you what. He's playing with fire. Miller into Invezi. Back to Miller. Into Ives. Good block in the end. Kyoka is there. Ives with a Cruyff turn, and he's fired it wide. I mean, I don't even want to say that's going to put the game to bed, because Avora, they can score 3 goals and a half. Whether they can keep a clean sheet in a half, I'm not sure I've seen them do that this season or any old season. But more than capable of scoring 3 goals and a half. But this Mercia side at the moment are purring. Leighton has to tidy up there. Quino keeps it in. But again, loses out in Vezi. Superb work from that man. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Here he is once again. Thomas thinks about swinging it in. Thinks again. Instead beats his man. Gives it to Kyoka Faz. And that's a big save from Mads. And a superb effort. I don't even know who that would be at the back post. Is that Hale again? Whoever it was. The scissor kick. Almost one for the scrapbook. Get Delosa to clip that when they inevitably lift this trophy at the end of the season. Back post it goes. Queuing up. Thomas takes it under his spell into Invezi. Great feet from this man. Looking for a teammate. Hibbard and Leighton do well. And to be fair, I think they're more than happy to get through to half-time. Had to do a lot of emergency defending in that final 5-10 minutes. But Mercia, my God, do they look good. I think that the only annoying thing for Mercia and their fans and their boys right now will be, where the bloody hell was this last night? They played really well last night, but I tell you what, the amount they've opened up Avora in that first 45 minutes is insane. It's such good attacking play. The return of Ives, I'm sure, helps. He's already got a goal to his name. But this Mercia side are purring at the moment. Avora, look, I don't think they're out of this game, because they've got the likes of Keenan Page. They've got the likes of Weird B and Vain Goat. Those three are match winners. I think at the moment it's got to be a case of, can we find Vain Goat in a bit of space, and can we be brave enough to leave Weird B and Keenan Page up front and play on the last man? Because Vain Goat will pick that pass every single time. And I think that is probably going to be the battle cry from Lord Harrison. If they get the first goal, I think it makes for a very, very interesting second half. Big if. Big if. And like I said, I don't discount Avora scoring 2 or even 3 in this game. Can I see them keeping this free-flowing Mercia side out for another 45 minutes? I'm not too sure. Second half for you then. Mercia in the white, Avora in the black from left to right. We have got another game on our hands, boys and girls. James with the clearance. Thomas. A Thierry Henry-like first touch and a Thierry Henry-like roulette. Gives it to Invezi. Mercia picking up where they left off with the reverse pass. What a finish that is. Thomas Takerbauer's goal number 29 for the season. That may very well be lights. And Mercia, again, choosing violence. They had a halftime team talk and just said, more of the same, please. We say a lot on this channel. Sometimes you just come up against a side who, it doesn't matter who they play. Mercia could be playing Allstar right now and then still look this good. Sometimes you just play a team in a purple patch. And my God, our Mercia purple right now. And credit to Avora, they're still leaving players up in the hope of finding Vain Goat and finding those front two. But I tell you what, Mercia just doing everything right at the moment. In possession and out of possession, this press has been sensational. D1 cut out by the latest goal scorer. They're collecting goals at the moment. That last one was the pick of the bunch. Here is Thomas onto that right foot. Finds Invezi. Squares it across. Mads keeping this scoreline respectable at the moment. As respectable of a 3-0 it can be. Invezi into the back post. Headed down by Hayden. Loose ball. Hibbard clears. Avora's still got 30 minutes of this. Kyoka, another 10 from him. Miller, another 10 from him. Hale, Miller, Thomas, dispossessed well from the gaffer. Good turn from Quino, slides it through 2v2, 3v2 if you can pick out that back sticks. They don't. Instead, they work it well in the end, but the decision making there, a 3v2, they turned it on its head. They made a very promising attack, looked not so promising, and more to come, I'm sure, from Avora. They've got nothing to lose here. More than happy leaving those two strikers. Mally. 25 minutes to go. Mercia very much on top, as the scoreline suggests. Thomas onto Invezi. Back to Thomas. Hibbard, good defensive work from him. Had a lot to do tonight. Here is Tej, 4v4 again. It is a neutral's dream, this Avora side. Goals left, right and centre. They just want a few for themselves. Selfishly, Mercia keeping a clean sheet. Hibbard forced to go back. 20 minutes to go. Foster into Tej. D1, good play from the boys in black. Weird B into Harrison. Finds Quino. Finds the back of the net. Now. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Mercia drew that first game 1-1. That's all I'm going to say. Surely not. Surely not. A great finish from Quino. Good work from Avora. But I tell you what. Oh, good save from Mads. They had players queuing up there. A fourth would obviously kill it. But this Avora side are very, very dangerous. As is this man. Weird B gets to the byline. Holds it up. Cuts it back to Tej. Excellent first touch. Blocked. Kept alive by the goal scorer, Quino James. Now it's backs to the wall for Mercia. I told you, it's squeaky bum time in both of their leagues this season for Mercia. If they can get over the line, not just in this game, but tonight as well. 2 Elite A games coming up for them after this. They've been in sensational form for 70 minutes of this game. Thomas threatens to cut inside. Gives it to Miller. There is the gaffer who got a cheeky little assist off that through ball to Quino. 4v4 again. I told you, it's a neutral's dream, Avora. It's why we love having him on the show. Tej drops the shoulder. Hayden forced to go behind. It's corner number 4. Although they did have 3 in the opening 13 minutes, so it's taken a while. But plenty of black shirts to choose from. Here we go. Traditionally, the gaffer would be the target. He's not got his 6'2" build on tonight though, so maybe not. And that's probably why they've not been potent from corners. Hale sends a man to the OR because that was insane. Oh, what a turn from Ives. Bears down on goal, and there it is. Game, set, and match. Not that it was ever in doubt, of course, Mercia. Soccer in the chat just in time to see his boys 4-1 up. Although Avora not done just yet. Neutral's dream, Avora. Never change. Never change. Hale. Cam Foster. Big tackle. Goes to ground. Wins it back. But Kyoka is there. Insane stuff. Invezi on the overlap is Ives, who's on a hat-trick now. Don't forget. It's got a long way to go to catch Invezi up. 54 goals for that man. None tonight, though. 4 goals, and your top goal scorer with 54 goals hasn't scored any of them. That's just how good this Mercia side is. Tej, into the box he goes. Gets to the byline once again. He's been a real thorn in the side over on that far side. Doesn't get a corner out of that, though. Mally, stop it. Stop it. Soccer, it might be a you thing, mate. It might very well be a you thing. Because these boys have been cooking. Thomas into Invezi. Can Ives get that hat-trick he so craves? I mean, Invezi tried to help him out there, but maybe he didn't want it to go across to his strike partner. There it is then, boys and girls. A comprehensive 4-1 victory for the league leaders, Mercia. They collect 3 points, and there's that league table. Puts them on 94 points. Even with an Exito win in that second game, they are still sitting very, very pretty on a very big advantage with a game in hand as well. Tune in. Thursday is your next round of UK Premier games. And we will get to the bottom of who is going to lift that trophy. But for now, it is time to say goodbye because it's the return of the big boys. Real Casarea taking on Digital Sports. It is VPG Esports Premier Action Time. 17th place second. We are 17th place 20th. Clearly didn't see that 0 next to the 2. We are taking a break from that run-in for second place simply because second place have no games tonight. Third place have a default tonight. And then we watched 5th and 6th last night. So we've opted to go for a basement battle. And it's 2 of our favourite sides to watch. Those of you who know me know how much I love watching this digital side. And Real Casarea, every time we've seen them, they've been fantastic. Including when they joined us in the goals tournament. So real soft spot for those boys at the moment. So, and I think they are ready for us to kick off as well. Which makes them even more favourite. Luca is streaming, so let me get that up. What are you streaming in? Is it a good stream? Let's find out. I'll get the teams up for you. They're already up. What do I know? Let's have a look at the digital stream. Is that in any better? No, it's not. That's unfortunate. Does anyone ever get it when Twitch goes full stream? It's so annoying. Let me take that off. And I don't mean when you actually click full stream. Right. Crisis averted. 2 teams for you. Rage Aragold leads the line tonight. 32 goals and 18 assists. He is the one to watch. Dreschk loves a goal on stream from left midfield. Other players to look out for. Cruz, sensational player. Luke 44 plays in Cam, a VPG Esports Premier winner, and a player on 12 assists for the season. Real Casarea players to look out for. Is their gaffer? He's their leading performer in centre back. It is, of course, Luca. And Aldo is their top goal scorer from wide midfield, 12 goals in 44 games. Interestingly, their second highest goal scorer is Luca, their centre-back. So he can literally do everything. Literally do everything. Right then, we are going in, he says. They don't have friendlies turned on. Brilliant. Right, they are going in. There is confirmation. Game number 3. Real Casarea in 17th place. They won the return fixture 3-0 earlier in the season. So a bit of retribution for Digital. Let me just bring up the league table for you. Yeah, Digital just above my head. If you're just above my head, that normally means you're not doing so great. They are in a relegation battle, whether they like it or not. And Real Casarea don't want to get dragged into a relegation battle, so it's a real 6-pointer, which is why we've got this game on. Real Casarea at home taking on Digital Sports. The Germans is our game 3 of 4. Here we go then, boys and girls. A bit of VPG Esports Premier action. It is Real Casarea in the black from left to right, taking on Digital. I feel like we haven't seen a Digital game in so long. Digital in the white. From right to left, they are away. Rage, player to watch tonight. Dreschk looking out for his goal-scoring exploits. Lulu sends it round the post. Mert kept that shot low. A very, very good save. 2 minutes in. We've had fast starts in all of our games tonight. That's what we like to see. Dante almost loses out. Lulu is there once again. Collects that ball. Tough start for Real Casarea, but off they go on their first attack. Cut out Bessinho and co on that far side, and gone are the days where Digital will be in that top 6, that top 8 conversation, 20th. And to be fair, it's probably the highest I've seen them in the league table for quite a little while. Unbeaten in 5, 3 wins. Which leads me to believe they're on a bit of turn of form, turn of fortune, which is what they need. They do not want to get suckered in to this basement battle. A VPG Esports Premier without Digital Sports makes no sense to me. And we may very well be losing Rotufel as well. And we just can't have this for the German pro club scene. Inez into Makesville. Mert. Bit of space to operate in. Instead goes back to Makesville. Luke into Inez. Luke edges. 30 yards out. Finds the danger man. Benny Maru is there. Clears into touch. Good sweeping up from that man. Bessinho with the throw on that far side. Mert dispossessed. Getsu. Good composure on the ball. Sassy, by the way. One of the best wingers in the business, playing centre midfield tonight. He is a VPG Esports Premier champion and a VPG Champions E-League winner, playing in that centre midfield for Real Casarea tonight. Bit of pro clubs lure for you. So far, goalless, 15 minutes in. Not too much to write home about since that opening chance for Digital. Gabri into Sassy. There is the Magician. At the back post, Cruz makes the save, but all eyes on Sassy right now. I think that was Aldo popping up at the back post, their top goal scorer. Near post it goes. Cruz comes out and punches. Nicholas picks up the loose ball, but Dresch wins it back for the Germans. Luke exchanging passes with the striker. Nicholas wins it back, though. Great work from him. Happy to keep the ball. Real Casarea, a very, very good footballing side. Robbie into Sassy. They've got legends all across the pitch, have this Real Casarea side. Again, it speaks volumes for how good this VPG Esports Premier table setup is. The fact that Digital can be 20th in any league and Real Casarea 17th in any league is absolutely wild. Alas. Luca into Dante. Their top 2 players this season, statistically speaking. Enes drifts it in. There is Dante. Sassy, that's the man they're looking to for inspiration. Nicholas, one of 2 strikers tonight for this Real Casarea side. Loses his man, and Bessinho gets back. Makesville helps him out as well, and Digital win it back. Just not got cooking in that final third, save for that classy ball over the top from Sassy earlier on in the game. A good save from Cruz. Cut out by Luca. The gaffer for Real Casarea finds Gabri. 13 assists for the season for that man. Up front with Nicholas tonight. Sassy threatens to drop the shoulder. Forced to go back. Picks it back up. You can tell they're just trying to get that man on the ball in a bit of space, but space is a premium because Digital defending very well, and they just see that one out. 30 minutes gone, goalless. VPG Esports Premier Action. Game number 3 of 4 tonight. Do hang around because it is the return of Allstar, a shells-studded Allstar. He is leading the line tonight for the Italians. And they always threaten to be on stream as well. The last 2 times we've had them on stream, their games haven't gone forward. Thanks to EA errors, disconnection errors, etc. So I don't want to jinx it, but we might finally get to see them. Over the top, into touch it goes. Jeff on that far side. The centre-back doesn't really want to be taking throw-ins out there, I can only assume. Big switch to Orbito, loses out. No, he doesn't. He wins it back. Nicholas can't keep it under his spell. Good ball over the top. Dresch back to Enes. Luke in a bit of space. Willing runners. Rage, one of them, finds the overlap of Dresch, but a good save from Lulu once again. I think it might be going wide, but wanted to make sure. And 4-5 men on the line is a very interesting technique. Jeff to Rage. Stabs it goalwards. Marty is there. Sassy now, the Magician, waiting for runners. Over the top it goes. Gabri holds it up, back to Sassy, into Nicholas. Great turn, gets the shot off. Cruz saves and holds. 5 minutes to go till half-time. Game just starting to open up a little bit now, which is what the neutrals want. Rage flicked on, good work from him. Sassy, Cruyff turn in his own defensive third. Sprays a pass out to Getsu, but Orbito, who I feel like was playing on this side a second ago, wins it back for the Germans. Nicholas into Gabri, loses out. Luke is there. Great work from him. And now space to run into the former winger turned cam. Started off this season as a striker. Makesville into Mert, who is a striker. Bessinho. Door firmly closed in his face by Getsu, who has that pink afro and is on the ball now. Sprays it out wide. We may very well be seeing our first 0-0 at half-time. And of course, we saved it for the VPG Esports Premier. It's always tight. And I tell you what, both of these sides are playing like it's a 6-pointer. And I don't blame them for it whatsoever. Real Casarea 0, Digital Sports 0. And look, I think Real Casarea, I've got on my notes here, I wouldn't say struggling for goals, but They don't seem to have an out-and-out goal scorer. As I said, Aldo is their leading goal scorer with 12 goals this season in 44. He is their wide midfielder. And in second is their centre-back, Luca, who, by the way, has 8 goals from centre-back in a season. Is really, really good. But they're missing that out-and-out striker. Digital, to be fair, they've got the ball into dangerous positions quite often. Lulu's been called on into action quite a few times in that Real Casarea goal. But, again, Rage, even Dreschk, to be fair, have all had good chances but squandered them. And this is the Digital we kind of hope we never see, but we see more often than not. They've got the firepower to do something about it. They just don't hit those high heights often enough. Often as their starting 11 probably should be demanding. And especially when we've got them on stream, it tends to be the case. And now, watch them go and score straight from half-time. Shot blocked. But clearly, they've had a rocket put of them at half-time. Started very, very well. Benny Maru finds Nicholas, who I tell you what, has a lot of space to operate in here. Finds Sassy, who finds Getsu. Obito is having a very good game. Dispossesses the striker, and off Digital go. Strong start to the second half. It is Digital in the white, for those of you who didn't catch that first half. And Real Casarea in the black, defending this goal to our right. Makesville into Enes. Luke. Bessinho, Getsu's having a very good game as well, until I just said that, of course. Enes into Luke, on the overlap is Bessinho, goes for goal, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that. I mean, it was tame in the end, but the fact he's having a cross-come shot from there is what I like to see, because EA have ruined goalkeepers. And if you don't buy a ticket, you don't win the raffle. We don't see it often enough, especially in this league, especially in the VPG Sports Premier. Gabri turns into Robbie. Jude, good turn from him, the CDM. The lone CDM as well. Sprays it out wide. Helped on its way to Benny Maru, looking for a ball over the top. Phasing equal to it. Goes long, going to be swept up by Luca, the gaffer, the cameraman, their highest rated player, and their second highest scorer. He basically does everything. Getsu into Sassy, another man who does everything. Benny Maru having a good start to this second half. Helped on its way. Jude picks up the loose ball though. All Real Casarea at the moment. Getsu shrugs off the man. Gets the header down. Sassy 30 yards from goal. Patiently probing. Real Casarea. Getsu gets the shot off. Cruz makes the save and once again holds the ball. A world-class goalkeeper, by the way. Cruz, goalkeepers, if you are watching, study that man. He was playing 6'7" goalkeepers before it was cool. Luke, 44, stabs it into that wide area. Nothing from it. Bessinho gets the knockdown. Struggling to get out of their own 18-yard box at the moment. Such is that press from Digital. Makesville into Luke. Gets a return ball. Fizzed at him for some reason. I'm not sure he was the intended target. Benny Maru. Far side is Robbie. Looking for willing runners instead. Forced to come back. It's been probably how this game has gone. Two very good defensive performances. Constantly forced to come back. Play the way they're facing. Exhibit A. Because I thought Mert was going to go over the top there looking for 32 goals this season. Rage Aragold. Alas. No D the G tonight, by the way. It's probably the first time I've ever seen Digital play without that man. He is Mr. Digital. He is the gaffer. He is normally the man leading the line. First time I've seen him missing. Sassy picks up the loose ball. Out wide, a bit of space to operate in. Legend Robbie. Doesn't come back for once. For once in this game. Positive. Going forward, Makesville with the initial clearance. Dreschk helps it on its way. 18 minutes to be a hero because this has got 1-0 written all over it. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got Allstar coming up next, and they are the team with the most 1-0s in history, I'm sure of it. Especially on stream. Dante into Gabri. Both these sides would take a 1-0, by the way. Desperate for points are both of these sides. 15 minutes on the clock. Enes into Luke. Slides it through to Rage. Just not there. Just not there. Jude this time picks up the loose ball. Out wide it goes to Benny Maru. Robbie gets it back. Big switch. Lots of space out wide again. But it is Dante, the wide centre-back. Probably not the man you want bursting onto the scene. Sassy works his magic. But even he is struggling to unlock this digital defence as things stand. Getsu. Chipped inside to Benny Maru. Enes. To Mert. Makesville. Bit of space on that far side. Should he want to use it? Dreschk is a man who loves a goal on stream as well. Makesville, first time. Rage into Mert. Dispossessed. Bessinho wins it high up, looking for that through ball. They're not going to find it, though. And Nicholas has been set on his way. Plenty of white shirts back, though. Although, a man gets sent for a twick, so there's a bit of space here with Gabri. 13 assists so far this season. Dreschk back there defending, and again, has been the tail of the tape so far. Sassy steps in. What a game he's had, by the way. Sassy and then both back fours. Been sensational. Nicholas adding a bit of, I was going to say a burst of pace, then immediately stops. Cursed it. Who's going to be the hero then, boys and girls? Benny Maru. Big diagonal. FaZe gets there. Does concede a corner, though. Now, are we going to once again see just how important set pieces are in this top division in VPG? 87 minutes. It's goalless. Big Cruz comes and claims it, safe as houses, pings it forward, and I tell you what, he has found the leading goal scorer, Rage Aragold, into the box. They come back out of the box. They work it nicely in the end, but I tell you what, there's a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks in this game. Neither side have really taken the bit by the teeth. I tell you what, if it wasn't for that man Gier at the back, last man sweeps up nicely. A goalless draw. I've put the cheer on. I don't know why. No one's celebrating. I don't think it, weirdly enough, I don't think it suits either side, which is why I did not think it would be a 0-0 tonight. But I mean, maybe that is why both of these sides could potentially get dragged into a scrap at the basement, because they've just there's no goal threat there, is there? I'm going to call a spade a spade. I don't like to be negative, and it's not negative. Both sides defending extremely well, but both sides looking very good in the attack and then constantly coming back. Very good in the attack, constantly coming back. It's one of those, boys and girls. It is one of those. Right. Strangely enough, I've got no stream for this last game, so we may very well just be looking at my face for the next 15-20 minutes. Let's not do that, shall we? And I can't. There's not even really any point in leaving this up, because GSK didn't give us anything to talk about their team, so we're struggling a bit here, aren't we? Let me go and nudge these two teams. And they need nudging. I'm going to nudge everyone possible. Right. I mean, we can talk a little bit about this All-Star side because it's star-studded. Starting with Waddy in goal, who I did not think I'd be seeing tonight in the VPG Esports Premier, considering we've got two Italian teams, a German side and a Polish side, but I'm always happy to be surprised. Troyer at the back with Sephiroth. Two extremely good centre-halves. I'm sure Bauer's great as well. Brotini, centre midfield with De Freezy. Tell you what, name me a better centre midfield partnership than that. Jew always a threat from goal. And in front three, which I cannot wait to see. If only we had a stream. Geordie, Shells, and Chris, I do believe are your... Yeah, they're your three highest goal scorers. Geordie, Shells, Chris, and Jew as well, by the way. It is a 3-4-3. You don't see that very often, do you? Chaz, welcome in, mate. Welcome in. Just on the hunt for a stream, which it's the esports premier. Who would have thought we'd be saying that, huh? While we wait for that, I assume both sides are busy. While we wait for that, I'm just going to nip to loo, so I'll be back in a quick hot minute. Right then, let's see if I've got any responses. I do. I have one response. That's good then. One response, one team sheet. We are going to get a game. We are going to get a game. Yeah, Shells, Geordie, Jew, all on 7 goals for this season. Clearly they've been sharing the load. Chris on 6. But no, they're the highest goal scorers, 7 goals. Which, again, I've said once and I'll say 1,000 times, there's no better side at grinding out a 1-0 than this All-Star side. And even signing a player like Shells is still not going to turn you into a side that scores 3 or 4 goals. We've purposely chosen them against GSK because GSK are a side who they're more than happy for you to come onto them because they'll go and attack you. If you score 3, they'll score 4. So I'm hoping GSK as a pure neutral can get that first goal. And then just set a cat amongst the pigeons, and we can get an absolute barnstormer. Whether or not it's going to happen, I don't know. But Liam G, you are welcome. Excellent performance from you and your boys. I'm sure we'll see you a couple more times before next Monday. Before next Monday, at the end of next Monday, before you lift a trophy, basically. Because I think that pretty much seals it. Right. Is this live? I don't think it is live. Shambolic, boys and girls. Shambolic. Right. They're in. They're on 1080p, which is lovely. And I can show you the lineup now. Right. Joker, Joker, and Big Varmy. There's your top three, and they all play centre back, centre mid, and striker. That's everything you need to know about this GSK side. Look out for iPreg. Normally plays Cam, can play up front. Very, very tidy on the ball. Barty's had a very good impact since he's come in. Hetman, solid. But I neutrally as well is a very good centre back. But Joker's the man. Joker's the man for me. And he is their highest rated player as well. What a fantastic season that man has had. And we got his baller build as well. So happy days. Reasons for celebrating all around. Right, let's go on the search for these naughty Italians, shall we? Because they're not responding to myself and they're not responding to GSK. There is Cactus in goal. Confirmation of that starting 11 now for GSK. Joker up front, usual brain bro, 20 goals this season and 11 assists. That's 20 goals in 45 games in that top level of competitive clubs. iPreg as well, his strike partner, and I was going to say occasional strike partner. He's got 11 assists and 9 goals to his name. Last time these two sides played, I'll let you guess what the score was, bearing in mind it's Allstar. That's right. That's right, 1-0. Welcome in, Camming. Wait, who's Fabis? Because he always plays a false name, doesn't he? But yeah, you are right. Fabis is a quality player. But I don't know his alter ego. And we can't even check where Allstar are because they don't have their stream on. I guess we could go into Shells' stream. Is that naughty? Why is he not streaming clubs? I was literally in his stream earlier on today. Okay, well, it will forever remain a mystery, eh? Right there, I guess we'll just wait. S1, got you, thank you. Yeah, you are right though. Clearly no ball, clearly no Polish ball. Hey, Cammy, I see you. Allstar are 10th. I mean, we can have a little look at the league table while I'm here. They are 10th. They are mid-table, as are GSK. I guess GSK are a little bit more mid-table. But the funniest thing is, going back through the last 12 games for Allstar, 4 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses, as middle as you can get. DeFreezy, their highest rated player, and their leading assister with 15 assists this season. Insane player. Big Varmy. I mean, Big Varmy is one of the best CDMs out there. He is playing in centre midfield tonight. He's got Hetman in behind him. Because normally I would just say Big Varmy just go and follow DeFreezy around because he's got the ability to run this game regardless of where he plays. Right, and it is DeFreezy who's just messaged saying they are ready to go. Should be a good one. Should be a good one. And we're finally, touch wood, we're finally going to get to see All-Star, boys and girls. It's been a while. It has been a while. This isn't live, is it? That's why I hate lives on YouTube. Appreciate you might be watching live on YouTube, but for me, streaming a stream is so painful. Yeah, Barty, Big Varmy, Hetman have their hands full tonight. With the likes of Brotini and DeFreezy, two of the best in the business. Lots of best in the business. I'm very interested to see how this front three of All-Star line up against a back three. Because it would suggest to you that it's going to be carnage. And I'm yet to see an All-Star game that has ended in carnage. I don't think I've ever seen them score more than 2 goals in a game. But bring it on. Here's our final game of the night. We've been made to wait for it, so why the hell not? And we know GSK will give us a good game as well. Worryingly, their centre-back is the cameraman tonight. And we don't have an alternative stream, so I'm just going to apologise in advance. I mean, they've said they've sent it. But I'm following the captain. Is that really how far behind I am? I tell you what, stop. Why does it keep doing that? Right, here we go. At least it's less waiting time. We got it. Right. Thank God it's the last one. Brotini for the Italians. It is, of course, All-Star in the blue. From right to left. Taking on the Polishman. GSK is 12th place, plays 10th place every single time I watch All-Star. Every time without fail. I do think it was GSK this time, but the goalkeeper got kicked out. It's an All-Star bad luck charm. False start. Ugh. Never change, EA. Never change. I mean, they did so well putting substitutions in. One, they suck, but thanks, I appreciate the thought. But 2, get the rejoin. That's all we ask for. I don't want substitutes, I want to rejoin. Rocket League's been doing it for about 7 years now. It's not hard to do. Right, we'll wait for that invite to be sent again. We'll make sure we're up to speed with everything. I don't know how YouTube does it. It constantly puts me backwards. Welcome back, Olive. Are you playing tonight, Olive? Right, how long's left of the season? This is the last week, mate. We've got tonight, which is obviously just coming to an end. We've got Thursday, and then we've got Monday. Monday is the final night, and Monday has a cup final, so make sure you tune in for that as well. Oh, the Dons! Come on. Definitely getting promoted this season. Definitely getting promoted. Down the Dons, yeah, usually, to be fair. We've been absolutely dog for years now. But this season, a little bit different. Surprising what an influx of cash can do, eh? Oh, bang on cue. Newcastle, yeah, exactly my point. We're the Newcastle of League 2, Olive. I'm pretty sure no one's ever referred to MK Dons as that before. But it's actually not a bad analogy. Right. Crap analogies aside, let's do this, boys and girls. Let's do this. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. When was the last time you played Barca? That stream looked like it was struggling big time. Alright, it's corrected itself. Here we go then. It is GSK in the white, 12th place GSK, taking on 10th place All-Stars. We finally get to see All-Stars. And no one's disconnected. Here we go. Right, we're into this. I didn't want to give another intro in case we got kicked back out again. All-Stars in the blue from right to left. They are the away side, playing away in Poland tonight. And GSK, I mean, to be fair, they couldn't be two more different sides. GSK are a side who just, a bit like Avora, love carnage, love chaos. Happy to just try and outscore anyone. All stars, complete opposite. Cool, calm, collected. DeFreezy into striker's feet. Gonna get dispossessed. Big Varmy goes long. Borzillo is underneath it. Sweeps up nicely. Waddy, though, into Brotini. And Waddy again. A big player, but a big British player who I did not expect to be seeing tonight for an Italian or Polish side. But here we are. Jew on that far side for Allstar. Does just about keep it in. Barty there to tidy up. Hetman. I'm not sure who Wujo is. I mean, I've got the team sheets up, but GSK didn't give me a team sheet, so I've just got to guess. Jokka sprays it out wide. Ion keeps it in. Happy to play them at their own game for now. Our GSK keeping the ball. And don't forget, we were goalless in the last game, so any goal will do. Preferably one soon. Joker 7. There's a man you want to give it to get a goal. Runs out of pitch. Off it goes. Off it goes. The problem is, as well, is we've got Cactus and Waddy in goal, who are two very good goalkeepers. It's not looking good, chat. Jew. Comes inside. Threatens to go on the outside. Amati. Great feet from him. Into Tagliaferro. Tries to slide it through. Wujo is there again. Try and work out who's who, but it's very difficult because no one's using their real names. I think we've got pro names on, which is always good fun. Another big switch. Aeon keeps it in once again. Given away very high up, bearing down on goal, but Aeon digs his side out. Given away again from GSK. Amati into the box. Jotka there, squares it across. Wujo. Almost an own goal. Save for Cactus and GSK. Architects of their own downfall here. Ball given away deep inside their own box. Deep inside their own half. Twice in a row. And now we're seeing much better from GSK. Edge of the box. Amati in there. Gives it to DeFreezy. Good turn on the ball. Brotini helps it on its way. Serino. Amati. Loses out to Ipereg though. Big Varmy playing a bit higher up tonight. Joker 7 gives it to Varmy. Brotini in there like a flash. Tagliaferro to Serini. DeFreezy. Good work from the Italians. Cuts it back. Andrea. Brotini. Good turn on the ball from him. Looking for space on the edge of the box. They're not going to find it because Hetman is there. Willing runners. Big Varmy finds Joker 7. We know this man can pull the trigger. I tell you what, Waddy has just flicked up to himself and volleyed it out. EA not helping him whatsoever there. Dug himself and his team out. But much better from GSK. Tagliaferro into Brotini. Giro picks up the loose ball. Serino helps it on his way. Andrea gets the shot off, but Cactus equal to it. Holds on to the ball as well. End-to-end stuff. We just need a goal. Just need a goal. Big switch. Can't keep it in this time. First time the big switch hasn't worked. Brotini will restart with this throw. Wujo wins it back. Big Varmy into striker's feet, but Bisacco is there. Absolutely chewed his man up. Andrea reverse pass into Serino. Andrea. Good work from the wide midfielder. Brotini inside it goes. Amati looking for support. Brotini into DeFreezy. Excellent turn. Jotka there. DeFreezy wins it back. It's just pure chaos in there. Jew into Tagliaferro. Keeps it low. Finds the back of the net. And here we go, boys and girls. The first goal in a long time on stream. Tagliaferro, whoever that may be, and very may well be Shells if it's a central centre forward. We'll give it to Shells. Why not? Why not? Not that he needs any more infamacy, but we'll give him it anyway. 1-0 is the headline, though, to the Italians. And please don't sit back on that lead. They are 1-0 specialists. They won the reverse fixture 1-0. A second... All I need is a second goal in this game and I'll be happy. Sereno into who we're going to call Shells. I do think he's fired off his own man, so it will be an all-star corner. Really turning the screws now. If they can get a second here, all-star. Two sides that match up very, very well. Is 12th plays 10th, respectively. Borzino wins the first one. Cactus with the punch. Wins the second one. Barty there. Wins the third one. They cannot get it past that man. Eventually, they get it cleared. There are two men up front. Joker and Ipereg. Fortune favouring the Brave. They just could not hold it up for long enough into Freezy. Oozes class. Amati under a lot of duress there. Jude, down the line it goes to DeFreezy. Somehow manages to squeeze it through. Hetman will pick up a booking, which I'm not sure he really needed to do. When your lone CDM picks up a booking in the first half against a free-flowing all-star side. Not ideal, not ideal. Welcome in, Trey Robinson. Thank you very, very much for the raid. Really appreciate it, mate. Hopefully you guys did okay tonight. We need to get your boys on the stream. I was saying that to Kyle Meek earlier on as well. Sereno, can they get a second before half time? Swings it in, not looking likely as Assassin clears. And there is confirmation of the end of the first half. GSK 0, All-Star 1. A good solid first half, but we got the goal we needed, boys and girls. A goal is what we were crying out for, and a goal is exactly what we got. Courtesy of who we think is Shells. The finish was certainly classy of a Shells finish. Also 1, GSK 0. They are 1-0 specialists, so I know we were crying out for a goal. Now I'm crying out for a second goal, and I'll be happy. Doesn't matter which way it goes, we are purely neutrals, of course, as we always are. GSK, I mean, look, never one to lay down. Expect them to come out fighting in this second half, but I tell you what, All Stars, absolutely sensational, defending 1-goal leads. It does lead me to believe that this is where this one's heading. We need a GSK goal as a neutral, I think. Are we going to get it? Answers on a postcard. Here we go then. Final 45 minutes of the night of this Tuesday stream. DeFreezy and his boys in blue. They are a goal to the good against the Polishman. Andreo, that massive tackle there. Yeah, GSK in the all-white. 12th place GSK. Always good value on stream. Unable to break the deadlock so far. Big Varmy and Co. doing all they can, though, to make sure that is not the case. Assassin into Big Varmy. First time into Ipereg. Turns on it. And I tell you what, whoever Basako is, he's having an absolute stormer tonight. And once again, GSK give it away deep in their own half. Ju on to Amati. Cuts back weirdly. We've seen that a few times tonight. Pull the trigger, son. Tagliaferro. It's, and again, not for the first time tonight. It's just pure chaos in that GSK box. The reluctancy to pull the trigger will never cease to amaze me in this VPG Sports Premier. Amati, first time cross. Wow. Wow. Cactus was let down by EA 100%. His starting position was fantastic. Didn't lock him on, but somehow Ju has missed that. He was stretching for it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I tell you what, considering he took that ball about 16 yards from goal, he's managed to fire about 16 yards over the crossbar as well. A couple of warning signs for GSK, because if All-Star get a second here, it's lights. Teams do not come back from 2-0 down against All-Star. It just doesn't happen. Joker 7 into Big Varmy, the gaffer. Hetman on the overlap. Is Assassin, is it going to count? No, it is not. I didn't press the button because I had a hint. But, much better from GSK. That extra pass, just one too many. And the wide man strayed. This man, Assassin. Great finish, though. Is that the push that GSK needed That's the belief that they needed. Tagliaferro, the goal scorer, into Amati, gives it to Ju. Aquili is there once again, clears into touch. 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes for GSK to find something, anything out of this game. A draw would actually not be a bad result here for GSK. Allstar, as per usual, have lofty ambitions. 10th, not great for them. Joker flicks up to himself, gets goal side, fires it home. That man is not going to miss from there. GSK doing GSK things. Slide it into their talisman. It's goal number 21 for the season for that man. And that is what GSK can do. They possess the ballers. They possess the goal scorers. And they possess the key to unlock this very, very tight All-Star defense. I'm a happy man now. It's no longer an All-Star 1-0. They can go off and do whatever they want now. They can go win 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-2, 5-4. Not fussed. Borzillo, excellent tackle. Amati picks up the loose ball. Work to do for All-Star if they want to get back into the lead. Big Varmy and Jotka combining. They will be forced to concede a late corner. All-Star, typically 2 players in the box from their own corner, of course. 23 minutes remaining. Amati, Cactus forced to punch behind. It will be a second corner in quick succession. The Italians, like I said, a draw here for GSK is a good result. A draw here for All-Star, probably not what they want. Back post, Bauer keeps it alive. Jotka is there though, excellent defending from him. Can't find one of his 2 strikers. Ju is the last man. Gives it away to Ibreg. Space to run into, but plenty of blue shirts back. Big Varmy holds on to it, waiting for Ibreg and Sassin to join. Bisako's had a great game so far. Could be a strong contender for man of the match as well. Hetman loses out to Ju. Helps it on its way. Amati picks it up. Serino. Runners ahead. Tagliaferro, one of them, but Jotka is there as he usually is. Big Varmy, space to operate in. Great pass into Ibreg. Holds the ball up well. Hetman to Sassin. Back to Hetman. Ibreg dispossessed in the nick of time. End-to-end stuff. Serino makes it 2v2. White shirts getting back, and they're forced to go back. And they run into that traffic. And again, it boggles my mind that they don't just go forward. But what do I know? What do I know? Big Varmy into Ibreg. Barty. Varmy. Great tackle from Bauer. Clearance. They're not going to get change out of it. They go all the way back. Cactus. Wow. The matter of the fact is that GSK have given the ball away a lot in their own defensive third. And Cactus is playing passes like that. Oh, GSK. Fortune very much favouring the Brave as they're on another attack here. Big Varmy patiently probing. Brotini clears. A great second half from Big Varmy and his boys. Got themselves back into this game. And potentially looking for more here. We said a draw would be good. What about 3 points? Joker 7 is certainly a man who could have a lot of say. Sassin already had the ball in the back of the net once. But Borzellino and co. do very, very well. Naturalini comes in, wins it. Plenty of white shirts forward. Sassin, first time, finds the back of the net. It's GSK 2, All-Star 1, and All-Star could not make all of that heavy possession in the first half pay. And GSK are a side, I said, are very used to fighting fire with fire. However many you score, will score one more. It is the GSK way. And I tell you what a finish that is from Sassin. Second time he's had the ball in the back of the net. That is the only one that counts. That's the only one that needs to count. I tell you what, Joker might put a cherry on top there. Waddy comes out and closes it down. But Joker 7, with all the goals he's had this season, last season, all the seasons, you would expect him to at least get a shot off there. Good defending, good goalkeeping from Waddy. Ion in there this time for GSK. Now we might see some game management. Not usually a team we'd associate with game management. I say that. They've got plenty of white shirts forward as they dump it in. Ibreg, superb work from him. Hetman out to Jotka. The match winner Assassin tries to help us on its way. Due into Amati. Oh, 100% Cammy. 100%. What a finish that was, by the way. We didn't get the best angle of it, but we just saw it into that postage stamp. Superb stuff. A goal worthy of winning any game. And they may very well win this one unless Allstar can do something here. Superb. That's a great booking. A great booking to pick up. Hyperegg. High IQ player, that man. Right, they've got one last chance to dump it in. Jew swings it in. The goalkeeper's up. Borzillo is there. It's not going to fall because Cactus has got it. There is confirmation of the turnaround. It is complete in the 83rd minute. Assassin and co do all of the damage. Allstar will be scratching their heads wondering how they did not pick up at least a draw in that one, but it is. GSK 2, 1-0 down at half-time. Allstar 1. I mean, the Italian job done and dusted. The home side pick up all 3 points. Are we going to get to see any highlights? I like to leave these on just in case you want to see the possession stats. Et al. They're going to turn it off. So you get to see my ugly mug instead. Right then. That's it for Tuesday. We saved the best till last. A very, very hard-fought win from GSK. 2-1 winners there and the goal of the night to boot, I guess. That's it. That is it, boys and girls. Nothing more to say. Do join us Thursday. We will have the race for the UK Premier. Might get wrapped up on Thursday, truth be told, and we will return to race for second place. The way the fixtures happened tonight, it just didn't happen. But GSK made sure we were not let down. Rail Casarea and Digital, we'll forget about that one. GSK made sure we were not let down. Thank you very much. One of our favourite teams to watch, of course. 2-1 winners and a good way to sign off the night. I will see you 8 PM on Thursday, and then the final stream of the season is Monday, 8 PM. Do not miss it. We've got a cup final, and we will just see everything done and dusted. And then we'll go and hibernate for a couple of weeks. We'll be back with season 18. Until then, cheerio. Thank you very much for tuning in. Ta-ra.